It's been over 4 years since Ubisoft first announced the Prince of Persia Remake, and it's safe to say fans have been on a real roller coaster. When they first dropped the news on September 10th, 2020, people were excited, hoping for a November 2023 release. But then, silence. For a while it seemed like Ubisoft might have pulled the plug altogether, especially when rumors started swirling about issues within the studio just before the announcement. That reveal trailer? Not the hit fans expected. The game looked rough and didn't match the visuals people had in mind for a modern remake. Fans hoped for something more polished, something that would honor the original game's magic. Instead, the trailer just didn't feel right. The graphics seemed off, kind of like they were stuck in the past. Some even compared it to early Assassin's Creed games, and not in a good way. And then there was the lighting. It didn't help the vibe at all. Instead of adding depth or drama, the lighting seemed flat and out of place, pulling fans out of the experience rather than drawing them in. But let's talk about what happened next. And then more delays. 3 to be exact, and each one hit fans harder. The first one came in January 2021. Ubisoft made a straightforward announcement saying they needed more time to make sure the game lived up to their vision. Some fans were frustrated, feeling like they'd been waiting forever. Others were more understanding, saying they'd rather wait for a well-made game. But by the second delay in July 2021, patience was running thin. Social media blew up with posts like, "Another delay? Are you serious?" And people started wondering if the game was even being worked on anymore. Around this time, things were pretty shaky behind the scenes at Ubisoft, with leadership changes and other internal issues. It didn't take long for fans to start doubting if the remake was still worth the wait. Then in July 2022 came the announcement fans feared most. Ubisoft put the game on an indefinite hold. The company reassured everyone they were still committed to quality, but without a release date, fans felt like they'd been left in the dark. Ubisoft's CEO even chimed in, emphasizing how important it was to deliver the best experience possible. But honestly, a lot of fans were feeling done with it by that point. Then, after almost a year of total silence, we finally got a bit of hope. On June 10th, Ubisoft dropped a teaser, a short trailer that showed just a glimpse of the game and confirmed a potential release in 2026. That was it, just a tiny taste and a far-off release window. But for fans it was a small sign that the game was still alive, even if it was taking way longer than expected. What really caught everyone's attention was the hashtag in the teaser description, UbiForward. Fans immediately started speculating that we might see more at the next Ubisoft Forward event. But since then, absolute silence from Ubisoft. It's got fans buzzing with theories, wondering if we're finally going to get more details soon. Many think the event, probably happening in mid-2025, could finally bring some answers. Despite the indefinite delay, fans are crossing their fingers that the game hasn't been quietly scrapped. Some fans are still holding out hope that we might see the Prince of Persia remake earlier than expected, possibly in late 2025 or early 2026. But as with most highly anticipated games, rumors are everywhere, and it's tough to separate wishful thinking from reality. A well-known industry insider, Tom Henderson, recently hinted at just how difficult the road has been for this game. According to Henderson, the development team has faced some significant hurdles, and the project has hit more than a few roadblocks. He suggests that the team is still saying they need more time, not just for technical polish, but also because there are big questions about the game's overall direction. This makes sense, given the ambitious nature of the remake and the high expectations fans have for it. From what we've heard, Henderson believes the game is still technically alive, but he warns that it could be a while before fans see any real progress. There's no clear timeline, and every delay only adds to the uncertainty. For those following every leak and hint, this might feel like another blow, but at least the door hasn't closed on the remake entirely. For now, it seems like a case of wait and see, as there's still no solid date or definitive vision, just the hope that eventually the game will deliver something worthwhile. Meanwhile, other leakers have hinted that Ubisoft might be shifting its attention to other projects, leaving the Prince of Persia remake on the back burner. Leakers like Nico Partners suggest that Ubisoft's hands are full, especially with the Assassin's Creed series, which seems to be their current focus. Ubisoft has announced several new Assassin's Creed titles, including Assassin's Creed Red, Assassin's Creed Hex, the mobile game Jade, and a new live service platform called Assassin's Creed Infinity. With 4 major projects related to one of Ubisoft's biggest franchises in the works, it's easy to see why the studio might be more focused on expanding the Assassin's Creed universe, especially given how lucrative it's been for them. So what's really going on with the Prince of Persia remake? Will we eventually see a finished product that delivers on all the anticipation and nostalgia, or has Ubisoft quietly shelved it in favor of other priorities? It's anyone's guess, but with all these twists and turns, the Prince of Persia remake has become one of those projects that's hard not to talk about. The long wait, repeated delays, and occasional glimpses of hope have kept fans on the edge of their seats. Some are still optimistic, hoping that this will end up being a well-crafted, memorable experience, while others are worried this might go down as a missed opportunity in gaming history. What's unique about this remake is that fans aren't just sitting back waiting for an official announcement. They're following every leak, every tweet, every whisper. They're holding on, hoping that when the game finally arrives, it will capture what made the original so special. With a possible reveal at the next Ubisoft Forward event, maybe the community will get some much-needed answers about the game's future. But until then, it's a waiting game, one that has fans anxiously looking to the horizon, hoping that all this build-up leads to a satisfying outcome. And if you're as curious as I am to see where this saga goes, stick around. I will be covering every teaser, update, and rumor about the Prince of Persia remake as it comes. If you enjoyed this breakdown, go ahead and give this video a like, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay in the loop. It's the easiest way to keep up with all the latest news, and it really helps me bring you more content like this. Thanks for tuning in, and here's to hoping the Prince of Persia remake finally makes its way to us soon.